Hi, I'm Michelle Hardy, and today I wanted to talk to you about skill and talent in regards to your book. Some days you're going to feel like, oh my gosh, this book is not working the way I wanted to. And other days you're going to be like, oh, this is the best thing ever. So I wanted to just give you some encouragement and tips on what to do when you have these feelings. Are you the type of person that you feel like I've been doing something for so long, or I've been experiencing something for so long, but I don't write well enough to share the story? I don't speak a certain way to share the story. So everyone speaks the way that they speak. It's not like we're going to change the way that you speak. And some people write the way that they talk. So that should not be a concern for you. You write out your story the way that you would at the skill level that you are at. And then that's where someone else comes in and they help you with the other parts. Sometimes we don't need all the skill and all the talent to pull off the best book that's ever been written. We can get help with that part. So you write the story, and then there's help for you. I can remember a time where I had written a book and the book was just far beyond my experience, my writing experience. I had been keeping things really simple, and all of my other writing, you could see it was basically simple. What my vocabulary extended to, that's where I stopped. And so, with this one particular book, I had to really stretch myself. And it was difficult. It was very hard for me. And when I think back about it now, I'm like, you really could have just written it in your own voice and then you could have gotten help. I didn't realize that I could have gotten help. But the book was so that it was from a time period, and I did not have that language. I did not know some of the words that I needed for this book. I could say, okay, I know what this thing looks like, but I don't even know the word for it. And so I had to really do a lot of research and digging, and it took me longer with among other things, to get this book done. And so, my approach now, thinking back, I should have just said, okay, write it the way that you know how to write it. And then someone else can help you with the other part. But I didn't even know that there was someone to help me with the other part. So now that you know, don't worry about your vocabulary if you feel like it's limited, because there's help out there. Let's stay in our lane. I am really adamant about staying in my lane when it comes to writing and publishing books. We will look at someone's book, someone's professional writing, and think, oh my goodness, I'm not going to be able to be as good as they are. Well, it's not for you to decide that. It's just for you to write the content, write as much as you can. And if you do need to look into more things, then do that for your book. Then, when you've exhausted everything, then you can go back and say, okay, where do I need my hand holding, my help? But I know that people struggle with, I'm not good enough. I don't have the voice for this story. You do have the voice for this story because it's your own personal story. So we want to hear it however you have to tell it. I mean, it's just like someone, they get on stage for the first time and they're embarrassed, or they're nervous, so they start crying. Well, you're not going to be crying, but the same thing with your book. This is going to be your first book. You're going to tell it however you need to tell it, and there's going to be people to give you suggestions along the way. Be open to those suggestions, but don't feel like because you don't have as much skill or as much talent as someone else that that you're not qualified to write a book. There's so many authors out here, and you can be one of them as well. We want to hear what you have to say. So I hope this helped you. Have a good day.